have not gone back to school since the death of my mom. My best friend tried so many things to make me go back to school, but how can I go to school knowing that if I had stayed back that unfaithful day, I would have laid beside my mom and that would have made her felt warmth. I always had that belief. As I laid under the bridge on the same spot where my mom had laid, hoping to hear her voice calling me that we should go and look for leftover at any nearby restaurant, a black Acura NSX parked close to me. I didn't bother since I have no one with a car. But when I saw Marianne alighted from the car, I sat up. Just then, Alex came out of the car. Jesus Christ. Marianne, what have you done? Why did you bring him here? I asked myself. When she came closer, she explained how Alex has been troubling her about coming to see me. She said that she never wanted him to see me in this place, but she had no choice. As Alex approached me, he wrapped me in his arms and wept. Winnie, my friend, oh Winnie, my friend. If only I had known, I would have helped. Oh Winnie, my friend. Alex cried uncontrollable. For the first time I felt loved by someone other than my mom. I cried out, Mom, why did you leave me? Why didn't you stay for my sake? How do I survive this world without you? We all wept. Alex wiped my tears and asked me to follow him home. First, I was hesitant, but then I thought, what will I lose? I have nowhere to go and no one to go to. I started getting ready, trying to gather my stuff, but he asked me to drop everything and just follow him. Marianne and I went into his car and we drove away. Alex took us to his parents' house and showed me to a room and asked me to freshen up. There were no female clothes for me to put on, so I had to wear Alex's clothes. They were big, but they fitted. After I had freshened up, he took Marianne and I to the mall to get me some good clothes. The last time I had good ones was when I was still with my father. All that I have had after then were people's worn-out clothes. People I never knew. There's a spot some Christians usually come to every Wednesday to assist homeless people. They would give us toiletries, food, and some used clothes. That is where I usually get my stuff from. My mom and I never missed a day. We always get there on time to get the best. They know us very well. I was so happy that I met Alex. Marianne and I had the best food ever. We ate until we could not eat anymore. We went to different places for shopping. That was the best day of my life ever. It was getting late. I asked Alex to drop Marianne off first before dropping me at my place. Where is your place? Alex asked. Do you mean under the bridge? He looked at me and smiled. You are not going back there. I'm taking you to my place, he said without looking at me. When Alex's parents came home later that evening, he told them all that I have been through. They decided that I stay with them if that was okay with me. I was so grateful to them, especially to Alex, who God has used to take me out of the street. Months of staying at Alex's parents' house, I became like the sister he never had, and he was like the brother I never had. We were very close. I was treated like a member of the family. I had every privilege as Alex. Alex and I were always seen together. We were best friends. Although Marianne was still my best friend, but Alex had somewhere special in my heart. Alex's parents goes to church a lot. No wonder they were that nice. As busy as his father was, he always created time for God. We go to church every Sunday and does our devotion every evening before going to bed. One Sunday at church, the pastor talked about self-forgiveness and forgiving others. How can I forgive myself for the death of my mother? And how can I forgive my dad for what he did to us? My mom loved him, but he betrayed her love. It was a very difficult topic for me to handle. Weeks later, I was in my room when Alex knocked on the door. Come in, I said. He walked straight to my bed and sat down looking into my eyes. Is everything okay? I asked. There is a man looking for you, he replied. Now I'm scared. Did I do anything wrong? Have I offended anyone? Is it the police? But I didn't do anything. So many questions were running through my head. No one has ever come to look for me except Marianne. Who is he? I asked Alex. He said that he is your dad, Alex replied. What? How did he know I live here? Who gave him the address to this place? I was so mad. The beast has come to look for me. I jumped out of my bed with anger. Alex rushed after me. Who are you? What are you doing here? You murderer. You killed my mom. Get out of here. I was extremely angry. He tried explaining to me, but I didn't give him the chance to do so. Get out of here, I don't want to see your face. I went back to my room and shut the door behind me. I cried all night thinking about my mom. What does my father want from me? I thought to myself. If only he had been the caring husband he was, my mom would have been alive today. 4 years we were living under the bridge, struggling to survive. Feeding like dogs. I cried again and again. The next morning, Alex's parents came into my room. How are you feeling now? His mom asked. Not good, I replied. Where has he been? My mom would have still been alive if only he was there for us. How can he just showed up suddenly? How did he even know that I live here? Alex's father said. He told me that he would want to meet with you today. I looked at him with so much surprise. What is going on that no one is telling me? Holding my hands, Alex's mother said, when you go and see your dad today, whatever decision you take will be fine with me. I want you to know that I have come to love you so much and I will always be here for you. She smiled and they both left my room, leaving me puzzled. Later that evening, Alex drove me to an exclusive restaurant. My dad had booked a table for just the two of us. As soon as we got to the restaurant, Alex remembered that he left something important that he had to get for his friend. He drove off, leaving me standing in front of the restaurant. As I walked in, I thought to myself, how do I face this monster? He has not been part of my story for almost my entire life. What do we have to discuss? What is his explanation? As soon as he saw me, he stood up and offered me a chair. I sat down without looking at him. He asked me what I would want to eat, that I should make any choice even if it's not in the menu. He will ask the chef to prepare it for me. I told him that would have been a very good option years ago. With anger I asked, what do you want from me? Stuttering as he speaks, he tried explaining all that had happened. To be honest, I was hearing him but not listening. Things were going kind of okay until he called me his princess. I'm not your princess, I yelled. Immediately, there was a complete silence. I stood up to walk out, but he held my hand and pleaded that I stay. Just then, Alex walked in. Are you okay, Winnie? I want to go home, I replied. On our way home, Alex explained to me how my dad found me. My dad and Alex's dad were business partners years ago. After the death of my mom, when the hospital did not hear from me, the police were called to look for a proof of identity. They went back to the spot where my mom was transported from to the hospital. There they saw her expired driver's license. They tracked the address in the license, and that was how my father came to New York. My father's house is in Maryland. Days after my dad came to search for me, he decided to visit Alex's father at his office. During their conversation, my dad explained to him why he had come to New York and how the police had visited his home. That was when Alex's father told him I live with him. To be honest, I was not happy to see my dad. I have come to love Alex and his parents so much. How do I leave them and go with a man I never knew? What about Bella and her kids? My dad said that I have a sister and a brother. What will my life be like without Alex in it? What do I do now? I decided to remain at Alex's place, but sometimes go to see my dad and step-siblings. I'm more comfortable with Alex's parents than with my dad. I feel that it will not be fair for me to leave Alex, who has become my brother and best friend, and who has been there for me since after the death of my mom, and just relocate to my dad's house just because he came to apologize. I have forgiven my dad just as the pastor said, but I cannot stay with him. Let me remain where I have found love. Although I'm still struggling to forgive myself. but I believe that the Almighty God will give me the grace to do so.